Okay, so here we go. 5 at 5. This is a report card. What we want to do today in the next 35-40 minutes is assess, analyze, understand the impact of Gautam Gambhir. The impact of Gautam Gambhir on Indian cricket. We will do all the formats and we will try and be as objective as we possibly can. We will try and take questions. We will ask the hard questions as well. And we will try and seek answers. How do we want to go about it? We will ask the questions in multiple ways. The impact red ball, the impact in the white ball 50 over format, the impact in the T20 format. Because the T20 World Cup is just about 1.5 months away. We will also do something interesting. We will see how many new players have been unearthed, how many new players have become a part and parcel of the Indian team, how many of them have become integral to India's squad. Star culture, has it actually been done away with? Domestic cricket, has it actually been impacted by some of the policies that have been undertaken by Gautam Gambhir and the current management? Let's start with the with the red ball format. The format in which Gautam Gambhir has had the least impact, and his record actually at the end of the year stands negative. If you take the first thing in 2025 was the Sydney Test match. India went into Sydney, and all of us remember what transpired in Sydney. Rohit Sharma, that fateful day when Rohit Sharma did not come out to practice first, and then I had a brief chat with him and he said he's coming out to practice. He will come out to practice. Arvind, will KL Rahul play? Don't know, Arvind, the show is different and not even bothered. So don't ask questions like, will he play all matches for Karnataka or whatever? Who knows? I mean, the players are supposed to play domestic cricket now and they will play domestic cricket. Whether or not somebody plays all matches or 3 matches is not my concern. So, so don't ask such questions. If you want to ask a question pertaining to the show, kindly feel free. But these kind of questions make, distracts. So I try and answer most of your questions, but don't distract. So that's a request. Okay, coming back. At the start of the year, I absolutely remember that day. Rohit Sharma was not in his own element. In the Sydney Test match, he was dropped. A lot of us, he said that he had sort of removed himself and all of that. But the truth is, he wasn't scoring runs. He wasn't scoring runs, and Rohit Sharma had to give way in that particular test match. If you think about that test match in Sydney, India scored about 180. First day, Shubman Gill played a very reckless kind of shot. He danced down the track to Nathan Lyon on the eve of lunch and got stumped. That I thought was a poor error in judgment. And thereafter, India kind of slumped. 180 plus all out. India came back very well. Jasprit Bumrah was bowling phenomenally in that series. Mohammad Siraj too had a decent enough Sydney Test match. Michael Clarke told me multiple times that was one of the worst wickets he has seen in Sydney in a long time. India actually managed to bowl Australia out, and it became a second innings shootout. India had a 5-6 run lead, and that was what it was. In the second innings, yet one more time, India collapsed. Yet one more time, India collapsed to a paltry 160 odd. You remember Virat Kohli once again edging behind the stumps. You remember Rishabh Pant batting beautifully on a difficult wicket, but thereafter playing when the match was about to turn 128, if I remember from memory, Pant getting out, and then there was a collapse. Australia finished it off because Jasprit Bumrah by then had injured himself. Prasidh Krishna bowled a beautiful ball to Steve Smith, caught at gully, 55 for 3 Australia, and thereafter they just nailed it. India lost the series 3-1. That's how the series started. Rather, the year started for Gautam Gambhir in red ball. It was a pretty grim scenario at the start of the year in red ball cricket. Then we saw some changes brought in. We saw players being asked to play domestic cricket. Players being asked, Virat Kohli played a game. Rohit Sharma played a game. Players being asked to, multiple things, enter a personal entourage, cannot travel. We saw all of these regulations being put in place. We realized that they are trying to do away with star culture. And then before the next series, Rohit Sharma retired, Virat Kohli retired, Ashwin had already retired. So a number of key people went away from India's test match team, and then India went to England. Many had written India off. Many had said that it'll be, in that 5 test series, it could be 5-0. Some said 4-0. Some said 4-1. So all of these things were doing the rounds against all odds. Against all odds at Leeds, India did not lose any wicket before lunch till the 10 minutes, last 10 minutes to go. And that's when India lost 2 back-to-back, Rahul and Sai Sudarshan. That test match India lost came back brilliantly in Birmingham at Edgbaston. Akashdeep bowled absolutely magically. Mohammad Siraj stepped up beautifully. Shubman Gill batted like a dream in the first 2. Rishabh Pant batted quite wonderfully. And all of a sudden, KL Rahul, Yashasvi Jaiswal, all of them started contributing significantly. India made it 1-1 against all odds. That series that Mohammad Siraj Day at the Oval, 2-2, I thought that was Gautam Gambhir's high point in red ball cricket. That was Gautam Gambhir's high point in red ball cricket as red ball coach. Thereafter, West Indies, I don't take West Indies seriously anymore. They're not a good side anymore. And even in Delhi, when India enforced the follow-on, the West Indies actually batted quite well and pushed India. That was something that might have kind of impacted India to go in with the kind of mindset that they went against South Africa, that if West Indies could bat out, should they go in with ranked turners? The Eden Gardens wicket was such. India went in with a turner. That match should have been won by India. And I still believe that had Shubman Gill been there, India should have won, could have won, would have won, because the captain is the best batter in that red ball team. And all of a sudden, he sustained that injury. As a result, India was playing with 10 men. And with 10 men against an 11-man team, it's always difficult. Having said that, 124 was chaseable. 124 should have been chased down in Calcutta. And that is one test match that will rankle India. It will hurt Gautam Gambhir. When he takes stock at the end of the year, the Kolkata test match will stick out like a sore thumb. Guwahati, India did not even compete. So when I do the report card, as far as red ball cricket is concerned, the negatives are more than the positives. So when I do the report card for Gautam Gambhir in terms of red ball, I will say it's 4 out of 10. And 4 out of 10 largely because of the England series, which is what was the high point as far as India is concerned. New players in red ball. The one player who who kind of came good was Washington Sundar. Washington Sundar was a standout effort in England, Manchester. All of us remember that 100. His effort at Lords was quite standout. Even in every test match, Washington Sundar has done quite well. So the one player who has kind of come out and done really well, Washington Sundar. KL Rahul, I thought, was given the confidence to bat at the top of the order in that England series, and that kind of removed the clutter from his mind. So that's another impact that I will attribute to the team management, that they were able to give KL Rahul the confidence to bat at the top of the order. So that's another positive. But then in the last 2 test matches, when Shubman Gill was not there, when KL Rahul needed to put his hand up, if he did so in Calcutta, India could have won, did not do that. So overall, as I said, if I take the ledger, the way India used Kuldeep Yadav, I thought he could have been used better. Mohammad Siraj did stand up brilliantly in the UK, but in recent times, the 2 losses against South Africa, the way Rishabh Pant batted in the Guwahati test match and all of that, I will say Gautam Gambhir as head coach in red ball cricket will feel that his ledger is negative, and he will himself agree that this is not the kind of performance he would want or his team would want in red ball cricket. India next plays red ball cricket against Sri Lanka in August, and thereafter, obviously, India will go to New Zealand in what is a very hard red ball tour. India has not beaten New Zealand for a long, long time. India has not won a series there. India has not even won a test match there in a long, long time. So that's going to be a real acid test for Gautam Gambhir and the rest of the team. So India versus Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, first ball will start to turn. Prabhat Jayasuriya and some of the others, Indians don't play spin really well anymore. So that could well become a cause of concern for India. So red ball cricket at the end of 2025 is certainly not in the health that it needs to be. I hope you guys will agree that I've been as objective and as constructively critical as possible. Coming to white ball. Okay, let me see if there are any interesting questions for red ball. We may differ in our views of GG. I've learned a lot from you, especially your command in English. एक दिन देखा ये तो शो इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज शो तो हो नहीं रहा है मेरे भाई. अगर इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज शो होता तो अलग बात होता. ये तो इंग्लिश वोकैबुलरी क्लास नहीं हो रहा है, ये क्रिकेट शो हो रहा है. Successful coach, not only good results, also dressing room environment. Fair point, YouTube fan, I'll address that. Why Natrajan, Avesh Khan, Harshal Patel disappeared from the national circuit? Good question. We'll try and address that as well. GG in tests has been so ridiculous that it overshadows his T20 brilliance. Sorry to say, this is what it is. I don't think it overshadows anything. I think the formats are different. The moment if you win a World Cup, everything will be overshadowed in favor of white ball cricket because there was no World Cup. The red ball kind of things stands out. Asia Cup, if you remember, everybody started praising. Champions Trophy, if you remember, everybody was euphoric. So I don't think anything overshadows. The results, when England happened, Indian cricket was at its highest. Gautam Gambhir was being praised for having transformed the team, and then South Africa happened. So it is about people moving from one to the other. So let's not, that's how the news flow operates. So it's not as if it's ridiculous that white ball has been overshadowed. I don't think that's the case at all. The Dikshita, whatever, 2-2 versus worst England, no Jimmy Broad, stupid comment. Absolutely stupid comment. This is an England side in England is a real handful. No Jimmy Broad. They will not continue to play when till they are 70. So this is an absolutely ridiculous comment. So nonsense. Don't ask below the belt comments for you will get straight blunt answers for me. What is credible? What is creditable? What is a good result is a good result. Face it. No Stuart Broad, no Jimmy Anderson. You don't choose your opponent. You played England. This is the same team that they've taken to Australia. They're losing against Australia in Australia. So that tells you India was competitive in Perth last year. You won that test match. India was competitive in Melbourne up to a certain point. So there are indexes there. I thought England was a stellar effort. England was a very good performance, and we've got to accept that. His performance is just as mirror image of the team, but his reluctance to honor domestic performances of Shami and Sarfaraz. I don't think Shami has done anything to make it back in red ball cricket. In the last cup, ahead of England, he was not there, so he couldn't have made it back. Shami in recent times also, I don't think has done anything to make it back in the red ball format. So let's not say that Mohammad Shami could have been India's answer against South Africa in the 2 test matches. No, he could not have been the answer. And the other question was Sarfaraz. Sarfaraz is a good question. Sarfaraz could have been picked, but then, this whole thing about Sarfaraz in England, could Sarfaraz have done something stellar? I absolutely think that Dhruv Jurel, after those 2 back-to-back hundreds against South Africa A, merited a chance. So he got his chance. In that position, Sarfaraz could have been played. The one player who I think was not, I don't think he could have had a role in the test team on Indian soil is Nitish Kumar Reddy. I understand Nitish Kumar Reddy in away soil in England. I understand him in Australia, but I don't understand Nitish Kumar Reddy's role on Indian soil. That's where I think a batter like Sarfaraz could have made a difference. So that is the red ball summary. Moving on to white ball. I think Gautam Gambhir has been quite fantastic in white ball. The Indian team's performances in white ball cricket has been stellar. If we take the Champions Trophy, India won. Rohit Sharma performed in the final. Virat Kohli performed as well. If you take the Asia Cup, India dominated. Yes, the final was close, but India won all of their matches. If you take the series against England last February, India dominated once again. If you take the India-Australia, yes, India lost the ODIs but came back and won the T20Is. Against South Africa, India won the T20Is and the ODIs. I think in white ball, India has been quite strong, very strong. In T20, now let's divide between 50 overs and T20 cricket. Let's first go with 50 overs and then I'll come to T20 cricket. 50 overs, it's still 2 years for the World Cup. So the one question that was doing the rounds about Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, the one question that was doing the rounds, they've answered their critics. That debate for the time being at least has been put to rest, has been clearly and categorically put to rest on Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. They have performed, and in my book, I've said this a million times. There is nothing beyond performance in sport. And once they have performed, the debate is done. The debate is over. So they have done extremely well, and given that the 50 over format once again will be played against New Zealand in January, and thereafter in the middle of the year in England, I think Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli have both done enough to merit a spot in both of these. And given what I've seen of Virat, given what I've seen of Rohit, they have actually now opened the doors for World Cup 27, despite the fact that it's still 1 year, 10 months away. But given the hunger, and Shikhar Dhawan said the same to me, given the hunger, given the ability, the way they batted, the way they played, against New Zealand, against England, they will play. After that, it will just be 1 year. So I do think, standing at the end of 2025, both of these legends have actually opened the door, Realistically, they have opened the door for World Cup 27. Still, it's a long way off, about 20, 21 months away. But if you're a Virat Kohli or a Rohit Sharma fan, you can justly say that at the end of 25, there is every reason for India to be hopeful. In the 50 over format, the few players who have actually come through the ranks, Harshit Rana is one player. Who got a lot of flack, who got a lot of trolling, who got a lot of abuse. Thereafter, Harshit Rana did very, very well. Even in that series against South Africa, the way he batted, the way he bowled Harshit Rana, that ball against Quinton de Kock, the way he came back, after all of the trolling, I thought he is one player that Gautam Gambhir backed, and they've done well. Varun Chakravarti, another player who has done extremely well. I think they have started to handle Kuldeep Yadav better in white ball, and he should get more and more opportunities. Jasprit Bumrah has been sparingly used, and rightly so. Red ball cricket should be primacy, except a white ball World Cup, but he has played considerable amount of white ball. When I see India's bowling, I see an Arshdeep Singh maturing. I see a Harshit Rana bowling decently well. Mohammad Siraj not playing the format, not selected at the moment, so there could be a backup option in Mohammad Siraj. Jasprit Bumrah always around there. So when I look at that bowling attack, and then I see a Akshar Patel, I see a Kuldeep Yadav, if you take Kuldeep Yadav's spell against South Africa, stellar. The moment there was no dew, he was absolutely magical. So Kuldeep Yadav, Akshar Patel, Varun Chakravarti, and you look at that bowling attack and you're like, no, this is a very strong bowling attack as far as India is concerned. Even in the batting, Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli. Shubman Gill has underperformed in the 50 over format in recent times as well. He will want to score big runs because otherwise the pressure will mount in the 50 over format also. So Shubman, Rohit, Virat, they look strong to me. Strong. Recent performances of these two. Yashasvi Jaiswal made a case when Shubman was not there, got 100. So clearly you have a strong backup in the form of Yashasvi Jaiswal knocking the doors. That was a conventional 50 over inning, started slow and then went on to build and got 100 in the series decider. So that was impressive. As far as the middle order is concerned, you would want a Shreyas Iyer back as soon as possible. You've seen in Australia how good Shreyas Iyer can be. Think from end January, early February, one should be able to see Shreyas Iyer back. You have quite a few talented players. Ruturaj Gaikwad making the most of his opportunity with that 100. That was another good call from the team management. Ruturaj Gaikwad being allowed to kind of bat in the middle order at number 4, not at the top of the order. That's a call that the team management, Gautam Gambhir, should be credited with. And that call very, very well worked for India. The wicket-keeping slot, KL Rahul has done extremely well in 50 over cricket. So I don't think that is any matter of concern anymore. Even against South Africa, the way KL Rahul batted towards the end, coming good in that one match, yes, you would say India got 360, but 360 is a huge score. With due, unfortunately, India lost. Some would say KL Rahul was a tad slow, but then even 380 could have been chased down. The final match, it was evident. The first two games, KL Rahul has that wicket-keeping slot. Overall, 50 overs, I think India has the core already in place. They've got a good bowling backup option. You have a Washington Sundar. You have Mohammad Siraj, who are still outside. Mohammad Shami could be wild warhorse outside, kind of out of the box. If he wants to be brought back, I don't see red ball happening. He's still playing that format, though I don't honestly think Mohammad Shami can make it back. I do think Mohammad Siraj does have the format left. Arshdeep Singh, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, Harshit Rana ahead of Mohammad Siraj. So that's quite a crop. Aksar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Varun Chakravarti, Washington Sundar. That's quite a crop. So white ball 50 over cricket, and in batting, a Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Shubman Gill, Ruturaj Gaikwad, Shreyas Iyer will be able to make a comeback. That is quite a crop. So that's the point. VK2 player of the matches in CT25, Rohit 1 shouldn't have been questioned in ODIs. Anybody would be questioned. I don't think Prakash, take that super chat. Take that super chat, please. The Dikshita V. Anybody could be questioned. I mean, that's how sport is, Dikshita V. But when you are questioned, you need to answer, and that's what they did. When you are questioned, by the way, Rohit Sharma has reached Jaipur for Mumbai's opener, Vijay Hazare opener against Sikkim, to be played on December 24th. Just so you guys know, Shomik Chakraborty has just messaged that Rohit Sharma has reached Jaipur as part of the Mumbai team to play against Sikkim on December 24th. So he's definitely going to play there. Surya Kumar Yadav, will Surya Kumar Yadav also play? Let me just quickly check with Shomik. I think he might just play. Okay. Surya Kumar Yadav too will play a couple of matches in the tournament. Very good. I actually did a column today saying Surya Kumar Yadav will need game time or should take game time, make himself available for game time. But Dikshita answering, so Gigi manhandled that. I don't think, by the way, Roko even sit with Gigi. Who the hell are they not to sit, or who is Gautam not to sit? It's a team. What do you mean they will not sit? If they are not going to sit, they will be made to sit. It's as simple as that. It's a team. It's head coach and 2 players. What do you mean so-and-so will not sit? This is not about individual egos taking precedence at all. Gautam Gambhir has every bit responsibility as head coach to go and sit with them. They have every bit responsibility as senior players and leaders to sit with them to formulate a team. It is not about individual likes, dislikes, whims, fancies, anything like that. It's Team India. Gautam Gambhir has to serve Team India. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli has to serve Team India. Nothing else matters. What do you mean they will not sit with Gautam Gambhir and he will not sit with them? Doesn't even work like that. And by the way, you don't have to go out and have dinner. Absolutely not. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli need not have dinner with Gautam Gambhir at all. You don't need to. But when you're on the field of play, he's your head coach. He's the boss. Simple as that. Take that. And these are senior players, senior leaders who have been there, done that, been captains. Gautam Gambhir has to remember that. Take them in your stride and move on. You've got to win the World Cup, for God's sake. This is the star culture you're talking about. They will not talk to Gautam Gambhir. If they're not going to talk, they will be made to talk. Simple as that. That's Team India. Ultimately, all that matters is Team India. And you know what? We are the ones who will say all this. None of them will. They are mature people. They know what is required for Team India and they will behave with maturity. That's what will happen. As and when required, there will be conversations. As and when required, there will be planning. That's why they are playing a team sport. This is not an individual sport that, oh, I am angry with so-and-so, or I don't like the face of so-and-so, so I don't need to talk. That's not how it operates. Coming to T20 cricket, that's the biggest talking point at the moment with the World Cup 50 days away. I think Gautam Gambhir has done quite phenomenally well. By the way, let me just rate his ODI format. I think it will be about 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Why am I saying that? I think, why am I saying that? Because could it have been a 9? Why am I saying 7.5 or 8? I think a couple more players could have been blooded. A couple more players could have been given an opportunity. We still don't have a substitute for Hardik, which is very difficult. The moment he's not in that team, there's a bit of a problem there. So you have not been able to overcome that with either a Nitish Reddy or whatever. So that's where India continues to struggle. Could you have utilized some players better? I think you could have. But overall, when I see performance in this particular format, I would say Gautam Gambhir has indeed had his box ticked. So he will, according to me, get about a 7.5. Coming to T20 cricket, the big talking point. And let's first take T20 success. India won in South Africa last year. February, England smashed England, won Asia Cup, 2 matches against Pakistan, breeze. Final, they won. Australia T20 series, they won. South Africa T20 series, they won. Their win percentage of 86 or 87%, massive, absolutely massive. So Gautam Gambhir's record in the T20 format has been tremendous. The question that one can absolutely ask, and some of you have, I think, is the Shubman Gill experiment in September. Should they have tinkered with a team which had Sanju Samson and Abhishek Sharma already established? Should they have tinkered with that team and gotten Shubman Gill in? Questions will be answered. The opinions will be divided. This is a very fair question to ask. When Sanju Samson had already scored 300s, when Abhishek Sharma and Sanju Samson were scoring at 9.82 runs and over, when they were going great guns, why did you have to upset that apple cart? In Shubman Gill's corner, the argument is when he went to play red ball cricket, he was not dropped. So he was given his position back and the selectors gave him an opportunity. So did the team management from the Asia Cup onwards. He did not do justice. Make no mistake, Shubman Gill did not do justice. And as a result, at the end of the year, you see a course correction. You see a course correction which, according to me, tells me three things. What is this? Yesterday, Gautam Gambhir questions about, too many questions. That's why I couldn't take that. 1 second. Let me just try and see if I can get that question back. Yes. Delhi airport, media persons came and asked him question on Gill's exclusion. He was tight-lipped, did not even speak a word and went away. That's fair. Why should he have to speak? He's under compulsion by the BCCI not to give any interviews, etc. at this point. So why did he have to speak? He doesn't need to speak. I mean, every time we will go and ask somebody, no one's under compulsion. The media was doing its job to elicit a response from Gautam Gambhir. Gautam Gambhir is well and truly within this thing to keep quiet. I mean, if someone's tight-lipped, how is that a problem? It's not a problem. In the T20 format, I thought it was course correction. Shubman Gill got opportunities in Australia, got opportunities against South Africa, got opportunities in the Asia Cup, did not do justice to the opportunities, has now been left out. Yes, I thought it was semantics by Ajit Agarkar to say it was not on form, but on combination. Had he said it was on form, which is, by the way, the case. Clearly, had Shubman Gill scored 200s, he would have been part of the side. Because it's on form, had Ajit Agarkar accepted that it was on form, clearly the next question would have been on Surya Kumar Yadav. That Surya Kumar Yadav hasn't scored much at all right through the year. How are you persisting with Surya Kumar Yadav when you have dropped a Shubman Gill? That's why this whole combination rhetoric or semantics was brought into the fold. And I thought they avoided discomfort. As far as this format is concerned, again, the discovery has to be Harshit Rana. Has to be Harshit Rana. He has now made himself quite integral to this team. Jasprit Bumrah has come back very well, 4 over 16 when 231. Abhishek Sharma has come of age, and you again have to give credit to the team management. Sanju Samson, Abhishek Sharma at the top of the order for India going into the World Cup gun side. If you remember, Surya Kumar Yadav was the one who went to Sanju Samson and gave him a long run, but that was changed with Shubman Gill. Having said that, it was this team management which brought Abhishek Sharma and Sanju Samson, and Abhishek Sharma has since become a star. But the most important player in this team continues to be a Hardik Pandya. Yes, I am keeping Abhishek Sharma in mind, but it is still the balance that Hardik Pandya brings. So while I say that Gautam Gambhir's record in the T20 format is stellar, he has done a fabulous job. I'm very, very pleased with the team that has been chosen. Shubman Gill did get his opportunity, unfortunately wasn't able to do with it. So when I check this, I think they have done a course correction. I think they have also done justice to the fact that they do not want star culture, because Shubman Gill, people have said about Surya is not as big a brand star as Shubman Gill. Or somebody wrote to me on Twitter saying, what about Washington Sundar? Washington Sundar is not even 1/10 of the brand that Shubman Gill is. So clearly, according to me, Ajit Agarkar, Gautam Gambhir, by dropping Shubman Gill, has actually kind of taken down star culture, something that they have been against right from the start of their tenure. So white ball cricket, they've done well. 7.5 for me in the 50-over format, 8.5 to 9 in the T20 format. Why 8.5 to 9 and not maybe 9.5? Because when I look at that team, again, when I take Hardik Pandya away from that team, all of a sudden, there is a bit of a gap. Shivam Dube has not really done justice except a couple of games where he has had impact. The Shubman Gill experiment turned out to be an experiment which failed. As a result, I will give an 8.5 or 9 and not 9.5. But certainly very, very decent. Very, very decent as far as T20 cricket is concerned. Positives, Arshdeep Singh, big positive, has emerged as India's go-to bowler. Jasprit Bumrah there, it becomes a very handy start. Harshit Rana, definitely a positive, has come of age. Okay, what is this question? Let me quickly take Sunil Gavaskar, some question here. What's it? Sunil Gavaskar not happy with Jitesh Sharma being dropped. Fair point from Sunny Bhai, because Jitesh Sharma did not do anything wrong to get dropped. But when you take a look at the combination and think that they want an opener, a wicketkeeper opener, you understand why they are coming from. So it's a question of combination as far as Jitesh. But Sunny Bhai is right, so will Jitesh. I mean, there is every reason for Jitesh Sharma to feel peeved that what could I have done? When I got my opportunity, I did whatever I could have done. But then you have seen that Sanju Samson coming at the top of the order has done quite well. Even in that last match against South Africa, I thought Sanju Samson batted beautifully alongside an Abhishek Sharma. So I get that point. VHT broadcast, Vipon Ghosh, don't spam. Don't spam. I am not Star Sports or Geo Star that I will have to kind of know details about broadcast. If you can't show, we will get it covered and you can follow. So don't keep spamming, will this be broadcast? These are not the kind of things, honestly, I'm interested in anymore. So is India going, what is it? YBJ Siraj, wait 1 second. Prakash, kuch question de do yaar. I mean, YBJ Siraj were also asked to focus on red ball. Justly so, red ball was important. World Test cycle going on, and India after England should have focused on red ball. I don't find that as a problem. You will say T20s. When you take a look at that T20 side, Arshdeep Singh, Harshit Rana, Jasprit Bumrah, Varun Chakravarti, Kuldeep Yadav, Washington Sundar, Akshar Patel, I think it's a gun bowling attack for Indian soil. I actually think it is a gun bowling attack. So I don't see that as a problem. Yashasvi Jaiswal could have been a realistic standby. But on Indian soil, you don't need a standby. As a result, people, they have not kept him in the standby. Sanju Samson will open. They've got Ishan Kishan back because they wanted a wicketkeeper opener. He's done well in domestic cricket as well. I don't have a problem with this team except Surya Kumar Yadav. Surya Kumar Yadav is sticking out like a sore thumb at this point in time because of the lack of runs. Let me say this, Surya has captained beautifully. Surya has led the team very, very well. But a prolonged period of lack of runs might start to impact his captaincy, and that is my worry. That will a Surya Kumar Yadav's leadership or his captaincy get impacted by what we have seen in terms of his batting form? And that's where, I have done a column for tomorrow, and I will tell you guys this. I thought Surya Kumar Yadav missed out an opportunity. I thought he missed out an opportunity during the Asia Cup when he did not go out to bat in that match against Oman. India was 8 down for 188. Surya Kumar Yadav did not bat when Arshdeep and X and Y, everyone batted in that match. I think cricket has a way to remind you that this was a wrong call. That could have been a match where Surya Kumar Yadav could have gotten out, batted 50 balls, and his thing could have come back. He needs one good hit, one good innings out there in the middle, 50, 60 balls. That match against Oman in Abu Dhabi, Shubman Gill was out early, could have happened. Concern in T20, the first World Cup for many batters, they could feel pressure in knockout games. Sky is poor form. Sky's poor form is the thing. I don't think Abhishek Sharma or people will feel pressure. If they do feel pressure, that match against Pakistan or the multiple matches against Pakistan in the Asia Cup, Dhanush, under extreme pressure, none of them felt it. Tilak Verma, you have seen how brilliant he was. So let me now identify the players who have kind of really stood up in the T20 format. One has to say Abhishek Sharma. One has to say Tilak Verma. One has to say Harshit Rana has done well. Arshdeep Singh has done well. Varun Chakravarti has done phenomenally well. You also have superb backup. So Sanju Samson, given the opportunity, home conditions, reasonably decent batting wickets, unless it's extreme fast, Sanju Samson can give you a brisk start along with Abhishek Sharma, and both will go very well. I do think somebody said Surya is not accepting. Fitbang, Surya is not accepting is bad. I think he has accepted. He said, it was a clear acceptance at the press conference where he said that Surya will come good, because that is an evidence or clear acceptance of sorts, Fitbang, that Surya knows that his form has not been good and the results are in front of him. So absolutely he has to accept that. That's why he should play a few domestic matches. He should play as many domestic matches because you need time out there in the middle. And that's what I told you, that I thought that match against Oman in Abu Dhabi is a game where Surya should have come out and batted for 50 short balls, because however much you practice, by the way, I saw Surya practice every day in Dubai at the nets. He looked good to me. He was hitting the long shots, he was hitting the sixes, he was hitting the long balls. There was absolutely no problem when he was training in the ICC academy in Dubai. But the moment he was playing games, everything was looking different. So Surya needs a real good game, real hit out in the middle where he scores a 50, 60, 70 and bats for about 40, 50 balls. That's not what has happened so far. And that's what I want to see in the domestic circuit. He got a 47 in the Mushtaq Ali of 30 balls, but regularly he has to do that. And against New Zealand, that's his acid test. If you don't get runs in the first 2-3 games against New Zealand, the pressure will start to mount on Surya Kumar Yadav. And that's what India doesn't want. India wants its captain to fire, because if you do not fire, the impact will inevitably come on your captaincy. So overall, the summary as far as Gautam Gambhir's ledger is concerned, in T20 cricket, as I said, I will give him an 8.5 to 9. Could have been slightly more, but the Shubman Gill experiment has been a failed one. India has not lost anything. If they win the World Cup, obviously every detail, every call or every experiment will be deemed successful, because winners have many fathers, defeat has none. And it is all about success in sport. At this point in time, going into 2026, to sum up, red ball cricket is a worry. I don't see India playing spin well. I don't see India's batting looking strong to me. Shubman Gill, yes, could have won India that game against South Africa, but the rest of the batters, the way they batted in Guwahati, for example, was pathetic. I do see there is a problem. In white ball cricket, I think India is fine. With Rohit and Virat coming good, they've clearly opened the doors up for 27. I think 50 overs, India fine. T20 cricket, India is a gun side and is clearly the best side in the world going into the World Cup. The chances of India winning the World Cup, very strong. The chances of India doing extremely strong. If India doesn't do well, doesn't make the final, something like that, I will be very, very, very surprised. So this is one format where Gautam Gambhir's ledger, unlike in red ball, which is negative, the ledger in white ball is positive. T20 cricket is A++. That's the final question. Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma was happy with Gigi 10 months ago in CT. Now even, again, I don't care whether anyone talks. Why are you asking the same silly question over and over again? Give that super chat. Prakash, give that super chat. I'm about to read. Don't take it out so quickly. Give that super chat back. Yeah. What VK brother said, or RO Rohit credited David. What VK, again, look. Somebody's brother, somebody's whatever, not even relevant. This is a team that has to perform as a team. Who talks to who goes out and has dinner with whose family goes out and has dinner with whose family is not even relevant. Let me give you a story that Gary Kirsten had said to me in 2011 World Cup. I asked him the day after India versus Pakistan in Mohali, what a team you've created. He said, you think all of these guys are friends? Gigi may have lost anything. What dressing room? India keeps winning. Let's assume you're right. Let Gigi lose all the dressing room. Let India keep winning. Finished. It is Gautam Gambhir as head coach who has won you the trophies and the series. And if he goes on to win the World Cup with every player against him, I've got no problems. Let me finish the story. Gary Kirsten said, do you think all of these players are friends? And I'm like, what are you saying? And he said to me, look, all of them are super performers and have superhuman egos. I don't care whether they're friends or not. I don't care whether they speak to each other or not. I don't care whether they socially go out or not, or they dine with each other or not. All I care about is when that final catch goes up, whoever is under the ball should take that catch for India. That's all that matters. And I thought that was the best lesson on teamwork. That was the best lesson on what a team means that one could have articulated. Gautam Gambhir will agree with that. That was Gary Kirsten in 2011. So your question about Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma not speaking to Gautam Gambhir doesn't matter. You mean to say Harshit Rana, rest of the players, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill, everybody. You mean to say they are not as relevant? Of course they are. Of course they are. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli play a team sport, and they will be the first ones to say, that this is ultimately the most important thing. India as a team. not individual egos, not individual likes or dislikes. Whoever not is not speaking to anyone, doesn't matter as long as India keeps winning. So I stay positive as far as white ball cricket is concerned. T20 cricket hugely positive, 50 over cricket positive, but red ball cricket, according to me, the ledger has been negative in the year gone by for Gautam Gambhir. We have to see what happens in 2026. We will monitor closely and we will constructively be as critical as we have been and try and bring you as objective an analysis as is possible. On that note, thank you very much for watching.